Animation is a savior of media that gets no respect. You could find me watching absolute bangers like SpongeBob, Phineas and Ferb, and the original Teen Titans. There was very little appreciation for how good the art and story was in these animations until much later, when I was introduced to what I would argue is one of the best animations on planet Earth. Why I like ATLA so much is a topic for a different video. Watching these shows and movies as kids created for kids seems to have made one of the worst takes and biggest reasons that a lot of adults don't watch animations today. Cartoons are only made for kids. I heard this all the time from my parents growing up, so I thought I would eventually stop watching and liking cartoons. As I got older, it wasn't that I stopped watching or liking cartoons, it became harder to find cartoons that were made for my age group. I often watched anime to fill my need for more mature animation, but when it comes to Western animated content, nothing was doing what I needed. Family Guy, The Simpsons, and South Park, along with many others alike to these, are all funny shows, but it feels like that's all they were made for, to be funny. These are just childish shows that could cuss and make racist jokes. And don't get me wrong, I love all that, but I needed more. And I thought that Western animation would never be able to satisfy that need. Perhaps one day an animated show will be made where a sociopathic scientist will take his grandson on different adventures in a way where each episode leaves me waiting for the next. Now, you may not like Rick and Morty, but this show single-handedly gave me a hope for the future of Western animation. This show has many good qualities like science fiction, dark humor, and the reason I want to taste the Mulan Szechuan sauce from McDonald's. But most importantly, it has storytelling. Many animated shows have prioritized shock value, humor, and visual flair over meaningful narratives. And this is often what keeps adult animation shows from being great. Meaningful storytelling is the reason I love Avatar and anime so much. I mean, come on, you see Peter Griffin get his butt whooped, then he's singing a song in the next scene. There's no meaning to that. Animations that use storytelling have seen some of the best success in recent years, including my current favorite. Invincible, in my opinion, is the current peak of Western adult animation. With in-depth storytelling, amazing writing, good characters, emotional connections, and talk about real-world issues, this show has given a perfect example as to why we need more adult animations that deviate from what we've been seeing for the past 50+ years. Invincible is a show that can be watched and enjoyed by a large, mature age group without the drawback of being too serious. In recent years, animators have been putting out non-anime modern masterpieces like Blue Eye Samurai, Castlevania, Ninja Kamui, Primal. Let the numbers and ratings speak for these shows, because this is all coming back to my point that animation is the savior of media. The growing demand for it is proof of this, with almost every streaming service now having a wide selection of adult animations to choose from. I don't believe it's slowing down anytime soon. There are so many doors open from animated content, like creative freedom to do almost anything the mind thinks of without limitations, granting adult animation the ability to blend genres seamlessly, combining elements of comedy, drama, fantasy, science fiction, horror, and more within a single show. Not only this, but the visual impact these shows and movies are capable of are on a whole different level. Yes, live action has good scenes, beautiful scenes even, but it will never compare to that of animation, like these scenes from The Lion King, or
My name is Ong, and I'm the Avatar.
With all these good things, it is important to remember that animation is not. Animation is hard, and in the past 10 years, with the increase of demand, we see how animators get treated like machines by these massive companies. Shout out to the nameless artists who put hours and hours into their work to make a masterpiece, many of which are now choosing to participate in large-scale strikes in relation to many problems of the industry. They've shined a light on issues like being pressured by insane deadlines, while being expected to uphold the best quality possible. These companies are the issue. Hopefully, these strikes and demands from animators will better the future of the animation industry. Despite the challenges of time consumption, resource intensity, and creative burnout, animators have continued to craft masterpieces that captivate our hearts, souls, and minds. Meticulous attention to detail, countless hours spent on frame-by-frame animation, and the constant pressure to innovate can take a toll on even the most seasoned animator. However, despite these obstacles, the end result is often a banger that resonates with audiences on a profound level. Dedication and passion poured into each frame, coupled by a collaborative effort of talented artists and storytellers, creating works of art that stand the test of time. But animation is underappreciated. It isn't just entertainment, it's a literal spirit bomb of creativity that can be put onto a screen for us to enjoy. The past few years, especially with anime, we've seen animation soar to new heights. We need a world where people see animation for what it really is. If I hear one more person say cartoons are for kids, I'm going to unplug the router and hide the cable. Animation is for everybody of all ages, and we need more in-depth animation especially in the West, where it's important to focus on more than just comedy. Maybe sometimes I want to watch an animated drama with little to no comedy, or animated thrillers. I'm spending a lot of time watching animated shows and movies while learning to better my art and master
realistic anatomy.
So comment some good animations I should watch down below. And while there, you might as well leave a like on the video and subscribe, because for this video, I leave you with a masterpiece.